Hello everyone, my name is Henan Li, and I'm the Asian Trade and Investment Representative of California Governor's Office of Business and Economic Development, or GOBIZ. It is our great pleasure to work together with JETRO to introduce to Japanese business community information about California and how our office works to support international companies. Joining me today as co-presenter is my colleague Maria Honorado, our FDI specialist. Our agency serves as the state lead for job growth, economic development, and business assistance efforts. We offer complimentary service to all business who are looking to invest and establish new facilities in California. During this presentation, I'll be sharing with you information about the California business environment and the leading industry briefing. Later on, Maria will share with you our service to international business, as well as business incentive programs we provide. Lies on the west coast of the United States, California has a beautiful and diverse range of landscapes. It is the most populous U.S. state and the third largest by area. Within 58 counties, California has been the birthplace of culture and technology that has spread around the world, from showbiz world of Hollywood to cutting-edge innovation of Silicon Valley, with innovation spreading across the state to California's inland regions. In 2018, California outgrew United Kingdom to become the world's fifth largest economy. A large part of California's economic strength is its diversity. The size of California's economy means it does not rely on any one industry. When the state of California issued the stay-at-home order on March 19, 2020, to mitigate the spread of COVID-19, it did so in a position of economic strength. California started the year with a record low unemployment rate at 3.99%. 120 consecutive months of job growth, and a $5.6 billion budget surplus. As a result of the years of economic growth, the state had built reserves, made prudent one-time investment, and paid off debt. This enabled California to be in a far stronger physical position than it has been during previous downturns. Small business are the lifeblood of California's economy. They create 49% of the private workforce and drive California's innovation and competitiveness. California is the home to nearly 4 million small businesses. The state shines the most when it comes to its startup activity. California ranks #1 on new business starts. Startups in California 5-year survival rate is much better than the US overall. One of the greatest advantages to start business in California is getting access to venture capital funding. In 2019, California entrepreneurs received more than $67 billion in venture capital funding, according to the data from PitchBook. That is more than 3 times of New York, the second highest state for deal flow. As the most diverse state in the US, Californians cherish our heritage and consider this as one of our biggest strengths. Minority is our majority. Over 44% Californians speak more than one language at home. With roots in the cultures from Spain, Asia, Mexico, and Eastern United States, California integrates foods, language, traditions from all over the world and embraces the uniqueness of California culture. With shared value and understanding, international business are easy to find their place and connection and flourish in California. Over 40% of California's small business are minority-owned. Nationwide, about 25% of new companies are founded by immigrants. In California, it's 42%. California received great reputation for its world-class higher education. Its public higher education system is the largest in the US and enrolled almost 3 million students. We have some of the most prestigious public and private universities in the world, such as Stanford University, UC Berkeley, Caltech, and UCLA. California is home to more scientists, more researchers, and more Nobel laureates than any other state. The UC system alone had produced 68 Nobel laureates. California's resourceful R&D power and high-quality workforce has attracted business from all over the world. International trade and investment play a significant role in California. About 5.5 million jobs are supported by trade and FDI, which count for about 1/3 of total employment. California is one of the top states in the US regarding two-way trade. In 2019, we export 11% of total US exports and import about 16% of total US imports. Some of the top commodities we trade includes computer and electronic products, transportation equipment, machinery, manufactured commodities, agricultural products, and chemicals. California has some of the most extensive, complex, and interconnected freight infrastructure in the world to support your business. Whether your goods move through ports, airports, trucking companies, railroads, or warehouses. More than 40% of total cargo entering the US and 30% of the nation's export flow through California ports. The Port of Los Angeles is ranked #1 in national container volume. In Northern California, Oakland airports dominates domestic cargo traffic, while San Francisco airports prevails in the international cargo traffic. In Southern California, Los Angeles and Ontario airports handle the largest share of air cargo. Trucking is currently the predominant mode of transportation for the state's freight shipment. Freight trains account for about 43% of city-to-city freight movement. Foreign trade zones are geographic areas where goods can be held or manufactured and are not subject to customs duty until they leave the zone. California has 18 foreign trade zones, supporting over 40,000 jobs. Over 4 billion goods export from California foreign trade zones. California is the third U.S. state for number of foreign trade zones. In 2020, in partner with World Trade Center Los Angeles, we have presented an outlook on foreign direct investment for California. In 2019, about 19,000 foreign-owned firms are established to operate in California. California is the #1 state with jobs directly supported by majority foreign-owned companies, or FOEs. Across the state, retail trade, wholesale trade, and manufacturing are the top industries for FOEs. Manufacturing is still the largest sector by employment, accounting for over 1/3 of FOE jobs and 36% of all wages paid. Since this report inauguration, Japan has been the leading source country of FOEs in Southern California. The same holds for the entire state. The United Kingdom, France, Canada, and Germany occupy the next 4 positions for top source of FDI. There are almost 4,000 Japanese-oriented firms in California, employing over 121,000 California residents, paying almost $11 billion in wages. The top 5 regions in California with the most Japanese companies are Los Angeles, Bay Area, Orange County, San Diego and Imperial County, and Inland Empire. Japan and California have strong cultural ties. There are 3 Japan towns in California: San Francisco, San Jose, and Los Angeles. California and Osaka Prefecture are sister states. As we look toward our economic recovery and resiliency, it is important to consider the lead industries of California. We are competitive in so many industries in the world. Due to time limit, we will only touch a few today. Information technology sector. California is the state that invents the future because we thrive on innovation. California's tech workforce is 1.9 million strong, nearly twice as many as the next ranking state, and added more jobs than any other states since 2010. Technology-based companies, from custom software service to tech manufacturing, call California home. And no other state's tech industry is as productive as California's, accounting for over a quarter of the national tech productivity. Technology industry impact 18% of California's economy. California have 10 universities in the world top 100, the nation's #1 ranked university programs for computer science, and the largest network of public universities are in California. With continued investment in integrated K-16 education and expanded broadband, California will stay at the forefront of emerging tech. Startup companies in the state receive over $218 million in Small Business Innovation Research (SBIR) funding and Small Business Technology Transfer (STTR) funding. Most of the world's top ICT investors are based in California, and more than half of the top AI, cloud, fintech companies are from California. Much of California's tech industry is centered in the San Jose, Sunnyvale, Santa Clara region. This area boasts the highest concentration of tech jobs in the country, home to Apple, Google, Facebook, and hundreds more companies. Silicon Valley is a dominant force for attracting tech talent. But California's tech sector is much more than Silicon Valley. For example, Los Angeles' tech presence has grown substantially over the past few years, making it a hotbed for tech talent. With more than 503,000 tech jobs, Los Angeles had the second highest net tech employment of any city in the country. From Java developers to software engineers, the demand for tech talent in Hollywood is growing. The impact of the tech sector in Los Angeles is substantial, accounting for over 10% of the city's economy. Biotech and life science sector. California leads the world in life science innovation. Premier research institution combined with a unique entrepreneurial spirit to develop new technologies and therapies, attract investors, and push the state economy forward. We are the longtime home to the nation's leading biomedical science research institutions, and at about $4.5 billion annually, California's universities and research institutions lead the U.S. in our National Institute of Health grants. We are the #1 state in patent generation, from microbiology and genetics to bioinformatics and health IT, creating more than 2.5 times as many patents as the next ranking state. California's bioscience companies saw over $28 billion in venture capital investment between 2014 to 2017, more than any other state. Our business have 1,300 therapies in the development pipeline. These investments keep California at the forefront of biotech innovation. In 2019, the sector produced an estimate of $191 billion in revenue, an over $10 billion increase from the previous year. Life science companies employed more than 323,000 Californians, second only to IT sector, and paid over $40 billion in wages. Life science sector have a major economic impact on California. The direct employment has split up over several subsectors. Academic research, biopharmaceuticals, biorenewables, medical devices, research and development, and wholesale trade. The greatest gains were seen in research and medical devices. The largest share of these jobs are in Bay Area, followed by Los Angeles, San Diego, and Orange County. Clean energy sector. California has set some of the most ambitious goals in the world, moving the needle of climate change. Our state has a long history of driving market innovations for cleaner air, renewable energy, and zero-emission transportations. Our push for emission reduction, residential solar adoption, and committed to 100% renewable energies have solidified our place as leader in the clean tech development and adoption. We are home to the world's largest renewable energy power plants, using advanced technologies to harvest solar, geothermal, and wind power. California has grown our economy while reducing emissions. We met our 2020 climate goal 4 years early and are on track to meet our 2030 goal. We're currently charting a course to carbon neutrality by 2045. The electric vehicle market exists because of demand from California. Electric vehicle was California's second most valuable export in 2019. California commits nearly $500 million in incentives for clean transportation annually, enabling rapid adoption of new transportation technologies and reducing greenhouse gas emission. Recently, the California Air Resources Board adopted first-in-the-world rule requiring truck manufacturers to transition from diesel trucks to electric zero-emission trucks beginning 2024. Governor Newsom signed the executive order states that by 2035, all new cars and passenger trucks sold in California will be zero-emission vehicles. California has an ambitious target of 200 hydrogen filling stations and 250,000 plug-in electric chargers to support 1.5 million zero-emission vehicles by 2025. Now let us turn to another strength, manufacturing. California has been the center for manufacturing output in the US for decades. We have over 35,000 manufacturing firms, employing over 1.3 million Californians. Manufacturers help to drive California's economy with $150 billion in manufactured goods exports in 2019. Our manufacturing firms has created new industries and supplied the world with goods spanning aerospace, computer and electronics, food and beverage, machinery, chemicals, and most recently, zero-emission vehicles. There are many other sectors and opportunities we haven't get a chance to touch on or elaborate. For example, LA will host major sports events such as Super Bowl, FIFA, and Summer Olympics. There would be significant business and collaboration opportunities in sports and entertainment technology, ICT, smart city, telecommunication fields. We welcome all international business to seize these business opportunities and expand your global footprint in California. Now I'm handing over to my colleague Maria to share with you services our office could provide to international business.
Hi there, my name is Maria Honorato. I'm the Foreign Direct Investment Specialist at GoBiz. I work with international companies to help them get started and grow in California. I'm going to share some information about our incentives and our services for businesses. California welcomes foreign investment. Foreign investment is a critically important part of our economy. All of our services are available to foreign companies, and better yet, all of our services at GoBiz are completely free. We understand that starting a business overseas is a complex process, so we've put together a checklist to help navigate the first steps to getting started in our state. This checklist includes information on how to register with the California Secretary of State, how to open a U.S. bank account, and more. The checklist also covers GoBiz services, including permitting support. GoBiz can help navigate the permitting requirements specific to each business, which are determined by the industry and location. We also offer a free and confidential site selection service. Businesses can identify their unique requirements and we'll help them find the right location that fit their needs. We can also make introductions to our local partners statewide. Incentive navigation. We can walk businesses through the incentives that they may be eligible for, including tax credits, workforce training dollars, utility incentives, and more. A number of our state incentives are geared towards supporting advanced sectors and amplifying industry research and development. We have a business investment guide that outlines all our state incentives in depth. For now, I'll just share a couple of incentives as an example. The California Competes tax credit is an income tax credit that's available to businesses that want to locate in California or stay and grow in California. Businesses of any industry, size, or location compete for over $180 million in available tax credits. Applicants are analyzed based on 12 different factors, including the number of full-time jobs being created, the amount of investment in the state, in the strategic importance to the state or region. Between April 2019 and June 2020, 111 companies have been awarded tax credits of $363 million in total. These companies have committed to create more than 22,000 new, quality full-time jobs and make more than $6 billion in new investments across California. The Research and Development Tax Credit is available to businesses that incur qualified research expenses while conducting qualified research activity in California. Qualified expenses include wages, supplies, and contract research costs. The credit is equal to 15% of qualified expenses that exceed a base amount, plus 24% of basic research payment. The Employment Training Panel provides funding to employers to assist in upgrading the skills of their workers through training that leads to good paying long-term jobs. The ETP is a funding agency, not a training agency. That means that businesses determine their own training needs and how to provide that training. In May, ETP announced that it approved 38 contracts worth nearly $13 million in job training funds for 12,000 workers. The Partial Sales and Use Tax Exemption for manufacturing. This program provides a sales tax exemption of nearly 4% for basic manufacturing equipment. In addition, equipment for research and development and biotechnology are also available for the exemption.
Thank you, Maria. This concludes our presentation. Please feel free to contact us if we could be any helpful. We are here to support you as you look at expanding to the Golden State. Thank you very much.